Sure. Here's a 580-word detailed YouTube video script for your channel Car Operation, reviewing the 1964 Bedford TJ tipper truck. Welcome back to Car Operation, where we bring vintage wheels back to life and take a deep dive into their design, power, and charm. Today, we're reviewing a classic piece of British engineering, the 1964 Bedford TJ tipper truck. A solid workhorse of its era, the TJ series combined rugged practicality with that unmistakable mid-century industrial style. Let's start with the exterior. At first glance, the 1964 Bedford TJ is all about bold lines and sturdy structure. It features a narrow front grille with vertical chrome slats and round headlamps tucked into simple bezels, giving it a distinct face that's hard to forget. The front windshield is split in two, framed in metal, and slightly slanted, a design cue that was typical of the era and helped reduce glare. Its boxy cab is mounted high on the chassis, which not only improves driver visibility but also makes this truck look tough and commanding on the road. The steel tipping bed at the rear adds both function and a raw, utilitarian appeal, complete with manual or hydraulic tipping mechanisms, depending on the configuration. Moving inside the cabin, things are basic, as you'd expect from a truck built for grit and grind. The interior is a functional space with durability over comfort. You'll find metal dash components, basic switches, and large, clear dials for vital information like speed, oil pressure, and fuel. There's no luxury here, just practical design. The bench seat can fit 2 to 3 adults and is usually finished in vinyl or cloth depending on the trim. The gear lever is long and mounted on the floor, with a solid mechanical feel that's all part of the experience. Sound insulation is minimal, so when you're driving, you hear every piston fire and every gear shift, raw and mechanical, the way vintage trucks should be. Under the hood, the 1964 Bedford TJ typically came with a 214 cubic inch inline-6 petrol engine, producing around 72 horsepower. Not mind-blowing by today's standards, but back then, it was more than enough for moving heavy loads in urban and rural environments. Diesel variants were also available, which offered better fuel economy and higher torque. Acceleration is modest. This is a truck built for torque and low-speed hauling, not speed. It uses a 4-speed manual transmission with synchromesh on the upper gears, delivering a tough, reliable performance over a variety of terrains. The suspension is leaf-sprung front and rear, giving it the ability to handle significant payloads while maintaining decent stability. Steering is heavy at low speeds, especially without power assistance, but once it's moving, the TJ feels surprisingly nimble for its size. Braking systems were drum-based all around, offering adequate stopping power for its time. Now, let's talk about the price. Back in 1964, a Bedford TJ tipper would have cost somewhere around £800 to £1,200 depending on the spec and body style, affordable for small businesses and tradesmen. Fast forward to today, and finding a well-maintained TJ is rare. Restoration projects might sell for £2,000 to £5,000, while fully restored, roadworthy models can go anywhere between £10,000 and £18,000 depending on condition and originality. These trucks are becoming increasingly collectible, especially for classic commercial vehicle enthusiasts. So, whether you admire its classic lines, vintage mechanical simplicity, or just appreciate a good old British tipper truck, the 1964 Bedford TJ has a lot to offer. It's a solid reminder of how vehicles used to be made: tough, honest, and built for a purpose.